The grim reality of World War I is depicted with soldiers dead and injured in the trenches of the Somme in 1916. One wounded soldier yearns for London and a girl back home, contrasting the war's horrors with normal life. Back at Downton Abbey, the family prepares for a concert to support the war effort. Downstairs, the staff prepares dinner, with Carson urging Mrs. Hughes to be lenient given the war's impact. News arrives that Matthew Crawley is engaged, much to the dismay of Lady Mary and others. The staff learns of Thomas Barris's death, highlighting the war's personal toll. Lady Sybil, feeling useless, is encouraged by Isobel Crawley to become an auxiliary nurse in York. Mrs. O'Brien invites Sybil to help with the concert preparations, hinting at the harsh realities of nursing and disfigured soldiers. Mrs. Hughes asks Mr. Molesley if he is ready for the call of war, but he implies he is not interested. The Crawleys arrive at Downton in their motor car. Lady Mary is greeted by Anna and asks about Matthew being turned down for service, but Anna is unaware and asks why Mary is there. Lady Sybil arrives in the kitchen and chats with the staff. Mr. Bates prepares the concert hall, while Carson speaks with Anna about his potential service. Anna helps Lady Mary prepare while Edith sits nearby, and Lady Grantham announces that Matthew is back from war and engaged. Mary, upset that Matthew is engaged, speaks with Anna. Later that evening, the Crawley family and guests attend a concert. Lord Grantham introduces Matthew and his fiancée, Lavinia Swire. Countess Violet remarks on Lavinia as Mary's replacement. Mary and Matthew speak privately, reflecting on their past. Mrs. Hughes finds Bates pouring alcohol in the kitchen, and they discuss Mary's heartbreak and Bates' intentions regarding his estranged wife. At the concert, a group distributes white feathers, symbols of cowardice, to men in uniform. Lord Grantham stops them, and Mrs. Crawley explains the meaning. At dinner, the family discusses Sybil's nursing aspirations. Bates tells Anna that he can finally get a divorce because of an inheritance, and they embrace. During dinner, Rose inquires about how Mary and Matthew met. Mary notes that Matthew won't be sent to the front. Ethel is in the drawing room at the request of someone. With Matthew Crawley heading off to war, he and Mary acknowledge their friendship, exchanging a good luck charm and a promise to remember their bond if he doesn't return. Meanwhile, the staff at Downton discuss Sybil's surprising interest in cooking and her plans to become a nurse, keeping it a secret from her mother as a surprise. Lady Crawley prepares to welcome wounded soldiers, navigating logistical challenges and advocating for a local man, William Massillon, to be spared military service due to his medical condition, a request Lady Grantham seems to have influenced. Carson reveals his discomfort with the changes and evolving social dynamics. Mary lodges at a local inn and encounters Ethel, a former maid of Lady Flinch's, learning about Anna's marriage to Bates. Carson unexpectedly appears at the inn, attempting to manipulate Anna into silence, but Mary overhears their tense conversation and uncovers Carson's scheme. Mary confronts Carson, revealing she knows about Bates' past actions to protect her reputation, forcing Carson to release Anna. Bates is ultimately fired from Downton, and he and Anna discuss Carson's strange behavior and plot their next steps, including threatening to expose a scandal involving Mary and a Turkish diplomat. Faced with blackmail, Anna takes steps to conceal the events by covering a vent. Carson informs Lord Grantham he is leaving Downton. Ethel confronts Carson in the storeroom, declaring her feelings for him and lamenting the ruin she faces without him, the only one she recognizes. Distraught, Carson insists she forget him, overcome with emotion and weeping. In the kitchen, Daisy, seeking to comfort a melancholy William about to leave for war, reveals she is no longer afraid of electricity and kisses him. Later in the trenches, William, now a soldier, thinks of Daisy as bombs explode around him. An explosion injures William, who reflects that he has finally found understanding. Back at Downton, preparations are underway as Sybil prepares to leave to learn. O'Brien mentions that Eliza is unwell, and Lady Grantham cautions Sybil about electricity. As Sybil departs, Mary criticizes her sister's dramatic flair. Lord and Lady Grantham discuss Dr. Clarkson's medical practice. At the front, Dr. Clarkson urges Carson to correct his statement about William, but to refrain from interfering. O'Brien warns Lord Grantham that William won't be a driver for long because he is too healthy, and Lord Grantham remarks on the war's strange distribution of tasks. Mrs. Hughes informs Carson that both Bates and Sybil are leaving Downton due to the war, prompting Carson to express regret for bringing Bates into their world. Sybil and Branson discuss their feelings and his hopes for a better world after the war. Sybil speaks with a man in uniform and pleads with him not to turn in his notice. In the trenches, a Red Cross soldier helps an injured man before being caught in an explosion. Downton prepares for a regimental dinner as Molesley speaks with an officer about his discharge and inquiries about William. Lady Grantham prepares for bed as Mr. Hughes says that if Bates hadn't been so selfish, he would have been ready for departure. Carson reveals to Lord Grantham that Bates left Downton to protect the family's reputation from a scandal threatened by Mrs. Bates, but refuses to divulge the details. Later, Carson finds Ethel polishing electric plugs, a task usually his, and curtly sends her to bed as O'Brien had directed her to do it. Lord Grantham confides in Lady Cora that he feels worthless, bad-tempered and ungrateful, lamenting how the war is scattering the family. Cora expresses her desire to invite Sir Richard to stay at Downton to distract Lady Mary, despite Lord Grantham's reservations about his scandalous reputation, revealing Cora has been subtly manipulating events. Mrs. Hughes finds a distressed Ethel, who fears Carson hates her and offers comfort. Lady Mary prays for Matthew's safety. The scene shifts to Matthew in the trenches, where William shares condensed milk and sugar with him. Matthew learns William is in contact with O'Brien and offers him a transfer to the hospital, which William declines. Soon after, William is struck by shrapnel in an explosion.